Welcome, fellow Kerbonauts. This is Bobus 182. Welcome to my Kerbal space program. Today we're going to do another mission on my LISS, my Leviathan class Interplanetary Space Station. Today's mission we are going to launch a probe up to the station, dock it, and test out some strut work in orbit, as well as run it in orbit around Kerbin to test the systems and make sure it works. Okay, so this ScanSat Mark IV is what we're going to be using here, and I've attached it to our refueling module, same as we used in the last mission, along with the same staging to get it up. I've altered it a bit to use the thruster throughout the staging this time, because our ScanSat is quite a bit heavier than the payload we were running last time, and I'm not too worried about how much fuel we have left, so as long as I can get it up there, dock it, and deorbit it, I'm good. So the ScanSat is going to have, of course, the ScanSat modules from the ScanSat plugin. We're going to have the multispectral sensor here. We have this map track here, and we have the radar altimeter sensor here. Along with that, I do have the Keithane compact surveyor unit on this side here. This thing has plenty of battery power, as well as RCS to do some maneuvering, and also it has a Rockomax 48-7S to help change orbits and whatnot, so it can do reconnaissance missions without having to utilize the bulk of the space station to do it. So hopefully this thing can go out, do its probing, come back, dock with the space station, do all the science through there, transmit it, and just keep running missions like that. And then I can refuel it off of what the space station's carrying. So let's go ahead and try to put this into orbit here. Okay, ScanSat Mark IV launch in T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, launch. And off we go. As yesterday, I'm going to take this up to an orbit of about 160 kilometers, park it, and then do a Holman transfer down to about 80 kilometers where the satellite is currently parked at. So the first stage here. Okay, now I'm going to prepare for my gravity turn to an eastward trajectory. And here we go. Oh, I did it again. That's alright. I think we'll be okay. Do a little bit of correction here. Dump that stage. Got plenty of time to plan this trajectory, so I'm not too worried about that. Well, I should have paid more attention to my nav ball. I might have a little problem with the fueling on this stage. We'll see here in a moment. Still quite a ways from our apoapsis. We'll start throttling back now, though. Try to conserve a little bit of fuel. Okay, apoapsis is at 85 now. As soon as that hits 160, I'm going to cut off throttle. I guess back to a 45-degree angle here. Back throttle. Lost 2 engines. Wait till the next one drops off, and I'll drop that stage. There we go. Kill that stage, and we got getting pretty close. 5 kilometers away. Okay, 160 kilometers. Level her out to the horizon. Yeah, 3 minutes to apoapsis. That should give me enough time to make my maneuver node to get in orbit. Ooh. Okay, switch over. Focus on Kerbal. Let's do a maneuver node at apoapsis. I'm going to burn prograde. Try to get a circularized orbit. 160. Ooh, way off. 60, 155. Okay, looks like that's about as good as I'm going to get. So I've got 2 minutes left to apoapsis, so we'll match up my nav ball with the maneuver node crosshairs. Prepare for burn. Do a quick burn and get my estimated burn, see where that's going to end up at. We're right at a minute, so 30 seconds to apoapsis, or yeah, 30 seconds to my node. I'm gonna kick on my throttle. speed up time a little bit here. Okay. Make sure I'm right dead on. I want to be as close on my nav ball as possible when I start this burn. 3, 2, 1, burn. And I'll just keep an eye on my nav ball for the time being and chase my maneuver node around as needed until it starts getting really funky. Resources here. Yeah, looking pretty good on fuel. He's going to get hairy here in a second. Line up my node, a little bit of throttle. Come on. Okay, that should be pretty dang good. Take it. Look. 163 and 155. That's not one of my better ones, but it'll do. Alright, and the same trick as last time. I'm going to set target on the LISS and line up my planes, my orbit planes, so they're pretty close. Do a quick save here. I'm pretty close actually to the plane. Just need to do a little bit of adjustment here. Okay. That looks good there. We got 20 minutes to node. Let's find my node marker on the nav ball. This burn is not going to take any time at all. I'm betting it's going to be a second or less. This thing is pretty rough to move around. That's okay. I'm actually going to do the docking maneuver with the satellite RCS and not the thruster. I'll leave the thruster pretty close so I can do refuel if I need to. Okay, while I'm waiting to get close, I'm going to put out some panels here so I don't run out of electricity. Okay, now I've got 18 minutes to burn, so let's speed time up a bit. Okay, give myself 23 seconds. I can get everything lined up as perfect as possible. And the way it's juggling around, that tells me this burn is not going to take any time, especially with a 9.9 meter per second. So I'm going to start it at 1 second and go about half throttle, maybe even less than half throttle. Yeah. And chase the node around a little bit while I'm kicking my throttle. Okay, that should be good. Let's kill the node and take a look. Oh yeah, we're right on the money there. Yep. Okay. So next, I'm going to speed up time a little bit and let the satellite catch up. I want it about a third of the way around the globe from me before I do my Holman burn to drop into that orbit. Go ahead and get a maneuver node set up, burn retrograde, match up the periapsis with the orbit of my target. And I'm just going to chase the satellite around until my intersects are as close together as possible. Oops. Alright, let's drop down my warp here. Lost my node. That happens to me sometimes when doing this, but there we go. We'll speed time back up again. Well, looks pretty good there. 2.1 meters or kilometers. 7.5. I'm just gonna touch this around until I can get those absolutely as close as I can. Looks like appropriate a bit. I like to get my intercept underneath a kilometer. Not really necessary. I mean, if I end up within about 5 kilometers, it's fine. But that allowed me for any errors in making the node, so. And I've got plenty of time to plan this maneuver. Looks like 0.8 is about as good as I'm going to get. So I'll do a quick save. I'm going to find my maneuver node on the nav ball. It should be retrograde. Hopefully I would come up on the light side of Kerbal this time. I noticed the last video was really dark because everything happened on the dark side. We'll see if we can't try to adjust that for this video and try to do everything on the light side, or at least as much as possible. I know our intercept's going to be on the dark side, but okay, we got 28 minutes to node, so we'll speed time up. Okay, I'm going to do a quick burn just to see how much my estimate's going to be. It's like about, I don't trust that. I'm going to say I'm going to have a start at 3 seconds. Let's bring my time down. We're still pretty good on the nav ball. Okay. Go ahead and fire her up. And start chasing. Okay. It's not as good as I hoped it would be, but see if I can't jive that thing down a little more. Boy, this craft is... I could turn on RCS and help me maneuver better, but okay, we'll try this. I think that's as good as I'm going to get. Kill the node and see where my intercept ended up. 0.7. Actually ended up better than the maneuver node planned us. So my next step, again, is going to be putting a maneuver node right at the intercept, and I'm going to do a retrograde burn to pull my apoapsis down to the orbit and complete my Holman burn. Holman transfer, I guess. Try to get my orbit as close to circular with the satellite orbit as possible. I'm just looking at this for reference. I don't really care where those end up because I'm actually going to start doing my intercept here instead of over here. I think that's pretty good. Quick save again, and I'm going to turn my RCS on, I think. Help me do some maneuvers here. And let's see if I can't find the maneuver node on the nav ball. There she is down there. Okay, and we'll speed up time. Do a quick burn to see my estimate. Again, it's going to be about 3 seconds. And since I'm going to go at half throttle, I need to double that. It's going to be 6 seconds, so I'll start my burn at T-minus 3 seconds. And as always, chase my maneuver node around the nav ball. Oh, caught a lag spike loading the satellite here. Hopefully it doesn't screw up my... There we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay, that stabilized. Looks like we're gonna have a pretty good amount of fuel left. Probably could have eliminated the last refueling mission and just gone straight to this stage, but that's okay. Eliminate the maneuver node. Oops. There we go. And let's see how far away we are. Ooh, wow, really close. Where'd he go? 185 meters. That's really close. Let's go ahead and start doing maneuvers to get to pulling away right now. That's okay. I'm going to go halfway between my target and my retrograde marker. And begin to slow down, and then pull my prograde marker into the target. Here comes my prograde marker. That's pretty good. Okay, let's do a quick save. I'm approaching at 10 meters per second. I need to do a swing around real quick. Otherwise, I might hit the station or go past it. Wow. I don't like coming in this fast, this close. Bring her to a stop. Okay, I'm going to call that good. I'm going to switch over to RCS and stabilize my docking maneuvers, and I'm going to use that to stop me. Okay, there's the station. I'm going to dock here. Let's switch over and turn on some lights. Because once again, I'm going to be in the darkness. It looks like, unfortunately. But I'm going to dock here on the station. And it's going to be kind of tight. This is one of the things that I did not test, is the fit of this. Let me retract a bunch of panels first so I don't smack into them. Okay. Okay, let's go back to, there we go. Let's turn on the lights on here. And let's extract a bunch of panels here too. Everything on the ScanSat. Okay, I'll leave those open because I'm not going to dock this part of it, just this. And I want to dock mating this side of the satellite with this side, you know, right up against the windows on the science unit there. So let's kill my engines manually so I don't have any accidents there. Okay, I want to decouple here, so I'm going to change my staging here a bit on the fly. Okay. Let's I'm going to open my materials bay. I don't think I've done this out in space yet. We'll take that. Just as a test, we're going to run a few science modules here, and then want to set this clampetron as a target, and I want to control from this clampetron. So first thing we're going to do is pull past this and back up. And kind of slide my way in between these two craft. Try not to clip anything on the way through. Oh, you know what I did? I don't have a way to control this, I don't believe. Nope, I took the brain box out of it. So I'm going to have to do a recovery mission for that, looks like. Sometimes pre-planning doesn't go as you plan it to. I'm going to rotate now the other way. I want to get this on the horizontal. Okay, oops. Okay, well that's drifting. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to check to make sure this is, yeah, it is way off. I want to get this on a horizontal as well. Or 90 degrees to horizontal anyway. We have this one 90 degrees to horizontal, or horizon. Let's make sure we don't smack that doing this though. And then I should only have to just bring this straight back, move her over a bit, and pull her in. Okay, switch back over. And bring it over. Should be pretty good there. Oh crap, hang on a minute. I want to be turned over because I don't want to crush that between the ship and satellite, so do a quick flip over here. Okay. Let's see. I must have drifted off a bit. That's okay. I'll sneak over there and hopefully my target will come pull right down to here, and I'll just sling it straight in there. Looks like I need to
Nothing's gonna stand in my way.
Okay, I don't want to bump anything. I just want to take it nice and easy. Need to kick my rear end out a bit. And I don't want to have too much bouncing around on the magnet either, because I don't want it to accidentally slam into the side of the space station. So everything is going to be very slow as always. Need to go down. gonna fit. That was one of my main concerns. There we go. Don't bounce around too much. There. Beautiful. Okay, we have successful connection. My next order of business is going to, I want to do a test here on the KAS strutting and docking clamps. Normally if you have something with standard docking clamps and the regular struts, if you undock it automatically breaks the struts. I haven't tried that with the KAS yet, and I want to see if it does that. So this is going to be a test of that. Hopefully it works, because I'd really hate to have to come out and unstrut and restrut every time I go in and dock this thing. So let's go ahead and reset this and reset this. There we go. Okay, Jeb, it's your turn to shine here. Let's get you out. Actually, I'm going to take this around to the light side of Kerbal, so hopefully you guys can see things a bit better. Okay, well, I forgot about my booster laying drifting out there. I'm not. I think everything's going to be okay if I just leave it. It's far enough away that it will drift back and forth. We'll be fine, I think. So, okay, Jeb, let's do an EVA for you. Okay. Let's see, how do I want to strut it? We'll link these two up and then these two. Okay. So that's pretty stable there, or that's linked there. So I'm going to go down to the bottom, and I should have some links down there I can use too, hopefully. Might have to grab a couple of more struts, looks like. Oh man, where am I going to attach it to? Interesting. Could, well, maybe go from there to there. I'm not sure I can. Well, let's get an end point. Okay. That out of my way so I don't damage it. Okay, like that. So there, we'll reach. All right, good. So do that on both sides. Okay. I do hope that they kind of revisit how you steer Kerbals in space, because when your ship's adrift, sometimes it's kind of tricky to get the right angles to do stuff. Okay, so we've got everything linked. Go ahead and open that panel back up now. Oops. Crap. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Alright, let's get Jeb back in his cockpit here, and then we're going to do a test.
Tutorial on dubstep production. Typically a tempo of 140 beats per minute is selected. First, we begin with a simple kick and snare pattern, like so. Next, it's time to add some hi-hats and cymbals to fill those spaces. Add some modulated bass lines, and be sure to make them heavy. Why not try adding a symphony in higher register? Perhaps some sound effects or pads. And now you are ready for the most important part of any filthy dubstep anyway.
Okay, there we go. Successfully docked and stitched into the craft. Next, I'm going to do a test. I'm going to do a quick save here. And what I want to do is I want to undock without taking the struts off to see if they disconnect on their own. I'm hoping they do. I don't care if they reconnect on their own or not, because I can always do that. But I really hate to put myself into where I want to orbit and then have to spend the time come out here and unlink everything. So let's cross our fingers and give it a shot here. Oh, perfect. Beautiful, beautiful. Struts are off. I'm good to go. Okay. Let's
And if you really want to scare the living shit out of your audience, try bringing the levels down and then take
just pull that back. Then I'm gonna redock.
and taking them by surprise.
Making sure that I don't hit anything. Just bring it right back in and see if the struts automatically lock now. I'll be amazed, but it would be very cool if it did. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so I'm gonna have to restrut it. That's fine. I can live with that. So that test was a success. Next step, I'm going to undock it again, and I'm going to send it on an orbit. We'll run a quick test of operations to make sure everything works. Come back and dock with the ship. I am going to do that on a separate video, so if you're so inclined, stay tuned for that one. For the time being, this is Babas182. Thanks for joining me on my Kerbal Space program, and we'll see you next time.